Sure. I don't know what this video is. It's by Nostalgia Nerd. I haven't watched one of his videos in a long time. I'm not actually subbed. Why am I not subbed? I guess we'll watch this and see where it goes. Come on! Boma! Give it on for me!
In 1994, Microsoft was becoming huge. A giant monolith of an organization, the like of which we had never seen.
Ooh.
It dominated computers already.
Ross.
Windows 95 was on the horizon, and it was about to do something else, something unprecedented. Acquiring the Roman Catholic Church, marking the first time a computer software company has acquired a world religion and giving Microsoft exclusive electronic rights to the Bible. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Yes, on Wednesday the 11th of December 1994, the following press release was apparently issued by the Associated Press with the
Microsoft bids to acquire Catholic Church. Huh? Right. Okay.
Headline: Microsoft bids to acquire Catholic Church. Vatican City. In a joint press conference in St. Peter's Square this morning, Microsoft Corp and the Vatican announced that the Redmond software giant will acquire the Roman Catholic Church in exchange for an unspecified number of shares of Microsoft common stock. If the deal goes through, it will be the first time a computer software company has acquired a major world religion. With the acquisition, Pope John Paul II will become the senior vice president.
This is not real. This has to be some, like, satire article. This didn't happen. No, I don't believe this.
President of the combined company's new religious software division, while Microsoft's senior
religious software division.
President of the combined company's new religious software division, while Microsoft's senior vice presidents Michael Maples and Stephen Ballmer will be invested in the College of Cardinals, said Microsoft chairman Bill Gates. We expect a lot of growth in the religious market in the next 5 to 10 years, said Gates. The combined resources of Microsoft and the Catholic Church will allow us to make religion easier and more fun for a broader range of people. Through the Microsoft network.
When did this release? 7 days ago. No, this is not an April Fool's video.
Company's new online service, we will make the sacraments available online for the first time and revive the popular pre-Counter-Reformation practice of selling indulgences, said Gates. You can get communion, confess your sins, receive absolution, and even reduce your time in purgatory, all without leaving your home. A new software application, Microsoft Church, will include a macro language which you can program to download heavenly graces automatically while you are away from your computer.
Temple OS wasn't the first one to do it then.
An estimated 17,000 people attended the announcement in St. Peter's Square, watching on a 60-foot screen as comedian Don Novello, in character as Father Guido Sarducci, hosted the event, which was broadcast by satellite to 700 sites worldwide.
Okay,
Pope John Paul II said little during the announcement. When Novello chided Gates, "Now I guess you get to wear one of those pointy hats," the crowd roared.
I fit that description.
But the pontiff's smile seemed strained. The deal grants Microsoft exclusive electronic rights to the Bible and the Vatican's prized art collection, which includes works by such masters as Michelangelo and Da Vinci. But critics say Microsoft will face stiff challenges if it attempts to limit competitors' access to these key intellectual properties.
What the fuck am I watching?
Of course, the tongue-in-cheek nature of this press release is evident throughout.
Sure.
Talk of Microsoft Church software to download heavenly graces.
I assume this is a satire article. Like, I'm so confused otherwise.
Steve Ballmer invested in the College of Cardinals are hilarious notions. But yet, this news item was actually believed by some people. To the point where it was reported to have generated a...
Oh... Okay, so it was, but it was unlabeled satire. Right, this makes a lot of sense.
A flood of angry telephone calls and electronic mail messages to the company. So then, on the 16th of December 1994, Microsoft decided to issue a statement denying the claims and setting things straight. The story has no truth to it. The company is not aware how the electronic message originated and extends an apology to anyone who may have taken offense to it. This response is arguably funnier than the initial hoax, and in fact just managed to spread the story further and wider.
That is the way he used to say it.
Declined to comment. However, the Public Affairs Director for the Archdiocese of Seattle, John McCoy, released his own press piece titled A Christmas Musing, where he stated that he was profoundly disappointed that Microsoft doesn't want to buy the church. We could have had a material as well as a spiritual Christmas. We could have had a software bonanza in the collection basket. He then went on to list a host of reasons why the Church of Microsoft deal might have been mutually beneficial. We've had 2,000 years of working with icons. Microsoft Windows has only done it for 3. Heaven knows some...
The AP is just fucking with them. This is great.
Some of these tomes in the Vatican Library are musty and cumbersome. With Microsoft, we could have quickly downloaded canon law. We could have introduced Father Online. No wait, no hours, no congestion in the church parking lot.
This is a great video.
Despite the clear, tongue-in-cheek nature, an AP reporter still called him to confirm how serious he was. No one really seemed to know who created the original press release, with the Associated Press flat out denying it came from them. This was a case of something appearing, and even without social media, spreading far and wide in a short space of time. With internet anonymity at its peak and people unable to discern whether you're a dog or not on the internet, it proved too difficult to track. However, within days of it happening, further releases followed suit. And it's about time you released a new version of your website, isn't it? Well, thanks to sponsor
Build
Squarespace,
with AI!
You can. Squarespace not only allows you to set up a site in minutes using an array of templates or its blueprint AI tools, but it also takes care of a wealth of usually time-consuming components. This includes handling search engine optimization and helping ensure your site ranks for the keywords that matter to you. Creating your content is one thing, but having it formatted and presented in a way that's pleasing for both visitors and search engines is something else. Once you're live, the comprehensive analytics suite gives you insights to tweak and build upon your pages where necessary. Head to squarespace.com to get started, then squarespace.com/nostalgianerd to get 10% off a website or domain.
Your website payment is past due. He's got the ad read and he hasn't even got his website paid for. That's great.
IBM buys Episcopal Church. Not to be outdone, on Thursday the 12th of December 94, the chairman of IBM announced today that in response to Microsoft Corp's acquisition of the Roman Catholic Church, IBM has bid for and acquired the Protestant Episcopal Church in the United States of America for $1 billion. We are the oldest and most prestigious computer company in the world, he said, and we cannot be seen to be lagging behind in the race for the preeminence in the religious software and hardware markets. We have tendered an offer to the most reverend
whoever did
Browning,
this, I fucking love
Bishop
them.
Of the Episcopal Church, and Pamela Chinnis, President of the House of Deputies of General Convention, and they have recommended acceptance to the shareholders/communicants. The Episcopal Church is one of the oldest and most respected denominations in the United.
This was a time when IBM, like, people actually cared about IBM. That was a long time ago.
States. Then, from the apparent email address of Sarducci himself at the Vatican, Rai invests $125 million in Microsoft Network Vatican City. A division of Italian television giant Rai said Wednesday it had invested $125 million for a 20% stake in Microsoft Corp's planned online computer service, the Microsoft Divine Network. This toing and throwing went on for a while. Most people got the jokes. Some didn't. Some passed it around like it was the literal gospel, something that we're all too aware of, as it still happens today, with people sharing whatever apparent news fits their fears and narratives, regardless of whether there is a shred.
I just realized he's fucked up the image for this. You can slightly see it here. I assume that's unintentional.
Fits their fears and narratives, regardless of whether there is a shred of truth to it. Rumours are powerful even when they're not true. They can be used to make jokes, but how many times has a false rumour been spread in order to discredit? How many times has a false rumour been spread to belittle an opponent? And how many times has a false rumour been spread to try and wipe out the competition? Even in the 90s, companies like Procter & Gamble had been fighting suggestions that its logo was satanic. And who could forget the rumour about Prince's lower rib, or Marilyn...
Yeah, like, people want to talk about politics today. You cannot forget that, like, the people that wanted to stop all dialogue was entirely different back in the 90s. In the 90s, it was like a religious scare, right? Like, you can talk about people finding things offensive now, but like it was like actually the exact opposite back then.
Manson's if you were a little bit younger.
Yeah, here you go.
About Prince's lower rib, or Marilyn Manson's if you were a little bit younger.
What is the rib thing? I don't know the rib thing. Please fill me in on this lore. Brodie, you saw the Diddy news last week. Thoughts on the Epstein news? It's obviously it's obviously a fucking cover up. So they could suck themselves off. Oh, that makes sense. I see. Yeah, no, the Epstein thing's obviously a cover-up. Like, anyone with a fucking brain can see it's obviously a cover-up. Why is it a cover-up? Well, that's hard to answer, but it's very clearly a cover-up. Oh, we have the list. Oh, well, nope, there was never a list. Nope, that never happened. We didn't say that. Nope, didn't. No, I said I had files on my desk, not a list. Obviously, it's a cover-up. Like, it's the most... like fucking plain sight cover up you'll ever see. We investigated ourselves and found nothing exactly.
And don't even get me started about politics. That's just
Doom is a Christian game. There is a Christian mod of Doom.
Just not worth opening here.
Bomber! We love Bomber.
But this particular example was not malicious. It was not designed to direct hatred or blame. It was a pure hoax. In fact, it's really the first internet hoax to reach a mass audience and attract a significant amount of media attention. Even in these incredibly early days of the World Wide Web, it showed the power of the net to disseminate information in ways that completely sidestepped the traditional gatekeepers of the media. And that caused the media to stand...
We are dropping a bunch of frames today. We're not like, the stream hasn't died, but we're just dropping frames.
Up, learn about this new medium.
Yes, Steve,
and
Linux the cancer bomb, exactly.
It shifted the entire landscape of what the internet was. In response to this new flurry of misinformation and hoaxes and pranks and propaganda that were appearing across the new World Wide Web, the seeds of websites like Snopes were born. What started as a Usenet group, alt.folklore.urban, would propagate onto the website urbanlegends.com, with various categories dealing with everything from snuff movies to the Disney Donald Duck ban, before finally becoming its current form. In addition, this also led to one of the first dynamic memes, known as the Microsoft Acquires meme, where Microsoft was depicted as acquiring everything. I mean everything. Of course, in reality, well, yes, they actually were acquiring everything.
Well, they're still, if you want to talk about game companies now, they're doing the same thing now as well.
In reality as well. It was also jested that Microsoft put an end to the joke by trademarking the phrase Microsoft Acquire. It's actually something I missed today. The amount of satire and jokes directed at one single company were on a scale that we've barely witnessed before or since. People might have different views about Bill Gates, but he was a good target and for the most part took most stuff in pretty good humour. There were even entire books dedicated to the subject. How many Microsoft employees does it take to improve a light bulb? 2. one to find a small, clever startup company that's improved the light bulb, and one to buy the company.
Absolutely nothing has changed.
Reminds me of another billionaire who's more relevant today than Bill Gates. You know who it is, I don't need to go into it.
Me. I'm the billionaire.
As for Microsoft, well, today it just feels like a dry husk of what it was.
No, you've played this clip 3 times. Developers, 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 developers.
Remember scenes like this when new operating systems came out? Imagine that happening today with Windows 11 or with 12. It wouldn't. If anything, there would be a mild discontent that a new operating system was being launched, presumably to make things worse. In part, that's due to the times, the changes in how we use and approach computers. It's also in part because computers just aren't as exciting as they used to be.
That's true.
But also...
Yeah, even if there are, like, big improvements, they're less visible than they were going from, going from Windows 2000 to XP. Like, that's a giant improvement. Or, like, 95 to 98. That's a giant improvement. But 10 to 11, it's like... 10's fine. 7 to 10? 7's fine.
It's because Microsoft just isn't in the news as much. It's not the butt of as many jokes, and it certainly doesn't have a CEO who's in the news for good or bad on a daily basis. Again, that position is now taken by someone else. Clearly, as a society, we need a rich American business tycoon to fill a certain weird void in our souls. But I'll be honest, I miss it being Bill Gates.
That was fun.
Until next time, I've been Nostalgia Nerd. Toodaloo.
Okay, we're gonna play it. Give me 1 second. Let me just play it because he never played it. Steve Ballmer, developers. Look at how sweaty he is.
Okay, so what?
Like, you don't see this from any tech people nowadays.
So what is the $64,000
Question.
Holy cow, I'm gonna have to tough it up now. Here we go. What's the $64,000 question for the field? What is the most asked question that I've received this week? What the hell are we supposed to do about .NET, Steve? It's a very good question, and it's got a very, very clear answer.
Like, say what you will about Steve Ballmer and his takes on Linux, but, like, this man had energy. This man, he was a salesperson. He knew how to get attention.
Developers. The key to .NET, the key to industry.
Just so we're clear, he's talking about .NET right now. .NET. The most exciting of topics.
Transformation. The key to success is developers. Yes!
You could get them chanting that at an Apple conference. That is certainly possible.